I think that's the thing about it. So it's a super unreliable narrator in a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He tells you like from
we're down deeper than we've ever been here.
All right, we're doing it. Should have called Gene Wolf.
You get to keep talking about Gene Wolf. We still have to fight a bunch of droll magi.
Gene Wolf.
Magi. I'm bad with these words. Magi.
Droll magi?
Not magi.
Magi.
I don't know why that comes out of my mouth when I read that word.
I think because you're probably shaken by the look of.
He is weird and albino. Like,
it does kind of look like a thing.
Still uncomfortable to look at.
And yet the skeletons are so fab. Like, they're neon fab. I love it.
Neon fab. Ooh. It's the big treasure.
Is it? Is it a monster?
A silver heart! Oh, we must discard. We can discard our second fighter's ring.
Yeah.
Because we do not need to. Booyah.
Oh, wow. So.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the fighter's ring is still on.
Yeah, good call.
Okay.
Just moved it around a little bit. Ooh.
I guess we could just dick around right here, fight these guys because they're pretty tough.
Until we get around
and then just outside our way out. Because it was six magic to outside.
Yeah, it's a good grind zone, and we got 50 MP. We could just
do this for a little bit
for a while. Yeah.
But yeah.
So, and I don't know if now's a good time, but you did play. Did you play the other Twine game I suggested?
I haven't had the opportunity yet. Okay. I kind of forgot that there was a second one because you only sent that one to me in the one Facebook message, but you sent the other one twice. Or you posted the other one on Facebook. I think that's where I actually initially clicked on the link.
Yes. I linked.
So no, I'm bad and have not actually played the other one. But I know you told me it was short, so I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. It takes like 10
seconds.
Yeah.
It's literally a 10-second game with a variety of...
Yeah.
The games are Queers in Love at the End of the World by Anna Anthropy, which is incredible, and Chrissy would agree, I think. It's just heartbreaking to see and what you can do with a game in 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. And Porpentine's With Those We Love Alive.
Yeah, that one was the one I played a good chunk of, and then power went out and I lost all my progress and didn't want to do it again.
That's a shame. I was in love with it.
I liked it. I think the thing I really didn't like was how repetitive it is in terms of stuff you have to do, because it's kind of like a... I don't think we've encountered Druin Lord.
I feel like we drew in something, but then...
We've definitely encountered Druins, but he's facing the opposite direction. Also, he's crazy colored.
Yes, he is crazy colored.
He's purple antenna, burgundy body, blue mustache, green legs.
He's gorgeous.
Some lunacy.
Thou art a gorgeous Druin Lord. Oh.
But yeah, like, I don't know, it felt like there's like 20 or so spots you can go to and see if there's anything new. And then sometimes, some days, you just had to go to sleep no matter what.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, just some of the gameplay was just like, I click on 1,000 things, nothing happens, I go to sleep, oh, something happens tomorrow. Like, I don't know.
I guess I honestly...
It bothered me.
Oh, I really like that aspect of it, to be honest. I think that was my favorite part about it. That it just kind of was this slow rhythm. Like, it was, I don't know, you just wake up and there's nothing to do. The only thing to do is go back to sleep.
How often did you do meditations?
Relatively frequently. I would say every other time.
I did it once, and I was like,
my favorite was looking out the telescope. Actually,
I did that a lot because it gave you a lot of different descriptions.
Yeah.
So I like to do that.
Oh no, I was absolutely in love with that game, but.
And I drew some crappy sigils on my arm. They went away already. I didn't even take a picture, so.
Oh yeah,
I can't prove it.
They're all on Tumblr, so people have screenshotted them. It's wonderful. Highly recommended.
Yeah, I will put links.
Yeah, we should link them
in this episode for posterity.
Yeah. And Porpentine just got profiled by. Do you know Laura Hudson?
Mm-mm.
Used to write for Comics Alliance, and I think now or used to write for Wired, but she wrote. I think it was for. And I always get these confused because I'm an idiot, but either the New Yorker or the New York Times.
They're pretty different.
They are very different, but they both have New York in the title. Mm-hmm. But one of them, there's a really cool article about Porpentine, who is kind of... It was about this book that I just obtained and have started reading, called, and it's already a couple years old now, so I'm like really late to the party, but it's called, and the title's very long too. Goodness. I'm terrible.
Go for it.
Oh goodness, what is it called? It's something. Oh my! Hold on.
All right.
I got this. Temporary mind break.
We all wait with bated breath.
You're hypnotized by the darkness.
Darkness. It's true. We are down to one tile because I don't feel like lighting a torch to just run side to side.
I mean, that's fair. Well, the book is by Anna Anthropy, who is a game developer.
Is that her real name?
That is her professional name that she's known as.
Okay.
Doesn't have her books listed. Thanks Wikipedia for making this difficult for me. Anyway, she's a total advocate of kind of DIY, zinester ethos for games, and like kind of people making their own games, which is cool. And Twine is a tool that people can use to make games that really doesn't require coding.
It's pretty much a text adventure style, though, right?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be. And you can do. The book is called Rise of the Video Game Zinesters, so that kind of tells you about what the idea is about. It's like
what is a zinester? I didn't really understand this word when you mentioned
like
it.
I think the idea is like a zine, like a self-produced mini magazine,
kind of like in Gone Home, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like kind of like a punk thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's like like you make it, you distribute it yourself to your friends, that sort of thing.
That makes sense.
The idea being I think that basically.
Ooh,
a specter.
A specter. He's blue-skinned, pink-tongue, orange hat with pink sort of ribbon.
Hat's on point right now.
Hat's on point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt, but
no, not at all. Just the idea being that there's a lot more voices if the medium becomes open to more people. But that's kind of what the book's about. But she spends a long time talking about kind of taking it out. Oh,
put us to sleep. I think I only have to hit him one more time.
Oh,
yeah,
we did it.
Okay,
we could probably jump out.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Anthropy she spends time in the book talking about kind of the history of early video games and kind of how they develop. I think part of it's about how they developed into the situation it is today, and kind of the unique, like how games started or like early video games started in colleges where there were like science colleges where there were people who had access to actual computer networks before the advent of like PCs and things like that. Yeah. White middle upper classish kind of people who are making stereotypically nerdy games. How marketers became involved in like arcade cabinets and stuff like that. I don't know, it's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always interested in more information about history of video games because it just helps provide a context for what you're seeing now.
And that's some of what she does too, which is really cool. She even makes zines and things like that. But I think there's a game. I think it's either a Wizard of War. Have you ever played Wizard of War? It's an old. I had it for Atari.
You had an Atari?
Yeah, well, my dad did.
I didn't know.
We had an Atari PC with like a separate disc drive and everything. Yeah, that's where I first played.
That sounds pretty boss.
Because my parents used to get like magazines. And they, at a certain point in time, they would actually include code in the magazines that you could type into your computer, and you self-program the game.
That's crazy.
Like Text Adventure or something, yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember them telling me that. But this was like, 3.5-inch floppies that you'd, actual floppy disks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizard of War is really cool, though. I'm trying to think.
I don't think I ever heard of it.
Did you ever play Berserk?
Nope.
Oh man. Okay, Berserk.
That one is. I think it's something I've heard of.
Berserk is
maybe I've only heard of the anime.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like that at all. You're like a little dude with a laser gun, and you're surrounded by evil robots.
Makes sense.
It's like an endless neon maze, and it becomes harder and harder as you go. If you get shot once, you die, and you're frequently. Like, you'll be interrupted, and Evil Otto will appear, who is just a bouncing smiley face.
I know Evil Otto.
Yes.
I know that.
He can traverse walls and everything. Like, he can just walk right through them. It's terrifying. Wizard of War is kind of like that, except not really. in that you're in like kind of a neonish dungeon, and you're like a laser wielding dude of some kind, and you battle each other and you battle monsters. And Anthropy did like I think a riff on that, but it's like it's completely. It's called the Lesbian Spider Queens of Mars. So
that's great.
It seems I have not played it yet, but it seems awesome. The title alone is absolute gold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just pure gold right there.
That's kind of cool.
Beer break.
Have you ever thought about how your body is essentially a flesh mech piloted by your brain?
Yes. I'm an advocate of transhumanism. Or at least, I don't know that maybe I want to make such a bold statement, but I'm very into transhumanist ideas. Like,
Lay it on me.
well, like the idea of making physical, technological connections so that you can more directly experience data. So it's an idea I'm super into. I was sort of sold on the idea by a science fiction book, which means I'm the worst kind of person. But
What book?
is the Otherworld series. I cannot remember the author because I'm terrible.
My God, I'm one with the data right now. I'm kind of cyborging over here.
But in that series, the characters interface with the internet through basically plugs that plug into their brain that are called neurocannula, that sort of supplant your natural nervous system stimuli with an experience of a 3D, fully involved internet network.
Interesting.
And the idea of the Otherworld is part of that network that has become so realistic that with the proper equipment, it completely tricks your brain into just seeing that as what is the real world instead. Which also means that when you die, your brain convinces you that you're dead and you die.
Goodness.
Oh, shit. Bad things are happening to me now. But it's a really cool series, and despite some of the bad stuff that happens to characters, it still is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of that book is that a bunch of super rich people develop this extremely convincing. I don't remember where I'm going. I didn't need to go down here. Extremely convincing Otherworld in order to fully upload their brain into the computer and allow themselves to die, but live forever inside the internet. Which is like not a super novel concept by any stretch of the imagination, but like the fact that they try and also sort of fail. But
yeah,
you know, if there's any sort of immortality for any of us, it'll be that.
Digital. Interesting.
I don't know, finding ways for people who are less physically able than the rest of us to, you know, experience a life of some kind. I don't know. I just see, you know, with the kind of processing power that we seem to be able to harness, that something like that could be a theoretical future. I think the biggest restriction now is that in sci-fi, bandwidth is a lot wider than it is in real life. We'd have to have a complete overhaul of network infrastructure to make anything even close to that possible. Streaming that kind of not just visual and sound data, but smell data and tactile data, which is like
Time Warner is not going to cut it.
Time Warner is not going to cut it. And I was just talking to someone today about how, you know, we have been selected as a spot that might be getting Google Fiber relatively soon.
Oh, really?
Which would just be the best.
Oh, that would be very cool.
I would pay twice what I pay to Time Warner right now to get Google Fiber and have a company that won't throttle me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still experience throttling. Even today, I was struggling with YouTube because it's getting its traffic routed differently from the rest of my traffic. And I can tell because I'm not an idiot, but also because I can run packet sniffers and, you know, see that, oh, hey, weird how this packet's taking way longer to travel. when it's going to YouTube.
Stops for groceries.
Yeah, it's like picks up a pack of smokes on the way. I don't really
just
understand.
has a nice sit down on the way over.
Sits out on the veranda, enjoys the view. It's just utter bullshit. I used to stream video games for about 2 weeks during the Guild Wars 2 beta, which I felt that being a relative unknown, streaming something that not everyone had access to would be the best way to build up viewership. And it worked, except for I had to stop after 2 weeks because I could not sustain a stream for more than 30 seconds at a time without it getting to the point where it wouldn't go anymore.
That's really disappointing, actually.
It was super frustrating. So,
has Time Warner actually been bought up by Comcast? Is that a thing?
no, I don't think so.
Is it not a thing? They're
I
not
would,
merging or
worry about
combining?
monopoly rules at that
I
point.
thought that was a thing.
Oh, maybe it was. I
I don't know.
All right, we brought the harp.
Oh, we did. Oh, hey, look, things are happening.
Yeah,
advancement.
plot.
What? All right, yay.
Take the treasure chest. Oh, he's just gone.
Oh my.
He just vaporized.
He's a ghost of Erdrick.
The staff of rain.
Ooh, now we have to find the sun, perhaps?
Something of the
Oh.
sun, probably. Nothing happened. Okay.
Okay.
So we got...
Oh, the stones of sunlight. Do you remember?
Yeah, weren't they hidden in Tantegil somewhere? But we don't know where.
Let's go.
Isn't that what someone said
in Rimuldar?
in Rimuldar?
Yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, forgetful but Lord.
So... So there's another town called Cantlin, and there's another town called Hawksness, and I think Hawksness is the abandoned town.
I think it's the monster town.
Yeah, so where's Cantlin?
Must be further south from Rimuldar.
But I worry about getting too much further south from Rimuldar.
Well, that one guy, he did warn us that the monsters were fierce.
Yeah, monsters will push your poop in.
That's, I believe, a verbatim quote of what he told us.
This is what happens if I ever write dialogue for a game. Yo, you probably shouldn't go there. Them monsters gonna push your poop in.
Yay, verily.
Yay, verily.
Oh, dear.
Hire me. Game companies.
We should make a Twine.
Should make a good friends Twine.
Oh my goodness.
The true story of Dragon Warrior.
After our last session, I thought of creating an alternate dungeon crawl, because you can put variables in the game, like some sort of not very complicated code. I don't know.
Like, how do you mean? Oh,
But you could set variables and have it check variables and that sort of thing. Like if x equals 1, then this, else.
just like simple if-then statements.
Yeah, so you
basically.
can do some, like, if you can't advance until you've obtained X item, or if you have this level of, this variable, then something else happens to you, or if you visit a certain square or something like that. It seemed actually pretty cool that you could do that. You could do some play mechanically.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that seems almost necessary to make a game not feel like just a story. Also, I want you to just see what's happening right here.
Oh my goodness, there's some cat tongue now. But that is incredible to see do that frequently.
Taco's just passed out on the
he's
arm of the couch next to me, and his tongue's just hanging out of his mouth.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It's kind of adorable. He's throughout his life often had this habit of just leaving his tongue hanging out of his mouth, and I often just put my finger right on his tongue to
call
get
it
him to put
poop
it away.
face.
That's poop face?
Yes, because either that or they'll do this kind of thing. Like where a cat will kind of have its mouth kind of open, or Maverick will have his tongue sticking out. Usually when he smelled a piece of the floor on which he has sat previously, and likely to smell of his own bootay.
That is hilarious.
We call it poop face, though, because it's like, he smelled it, and he knows.
And he dealt it.
100%.
Oh, this is that temple.
Ooh, it's Southern Temple?
Yeah, I don't know how bad the monsters are here.
Oh, wyverns.
We've messed with these guys before.
We
We've
really need that
tangled.
magic armor. 7,000 is 700 is a lot of gold.
7,700 is a fair stack. No doubt. Boom.
Oh, well, that's much better. 94.
That's the thing, is that those guys dropped
there's
94 gold, so it's like we kind of could just chill out near Rimuldar and grind up
Just
gold
like
and then
fight
stay at the end there.
70 to 90 random battles.
Yeah.
That's total, though. That's total.
In toto. Alright, let's, before we go into this temple, since I have no idea if it's an actual dungeon or not, fight some enemies around here real quick. And then go stay in Remeldar. You can stop my spells all day long, because I'm going to kill you right now.
Bopping the Wolf Lord.
Bopped it.
Bop it.
Even they drop a good chunk of change.
The Wraith sprite is... He just looked like he's a sauntering... He looks
sort of Christmas themed. He had green and sort of golden brown.
He looks like he's walking angrily to you after you bumped his car with your car door. Hey.
Is this an experience you've had in real life?
No? Something like that. I mean, doesn't it look like that?
Yeah, it does. No, he looks like he's stalking towards you angrily.
Yeah, you did something to upset him.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
You existed.
I can't stop.
His good buddy skeleton.
Stop seeing it now.
It's because his head is so low on his shoulders.
Yeah, he looks like his shoulders are forward, so he's like aggressively walking
posturing.
Towards yeah. Warlock, you know.
So there's clearly a zone delineation around here because
Yeah.
we went from wraiths to skeletons.
To Jawas here.
Yeah, to Jawas.
Indeed.
This cat is ridiculous.
That tongue is incredible.
The tug don't quit.
No, it do not quit. It's gorgeous. What a cat. Indeed.
What a cat.
That's actually one of the cutest things. We think it's cute when Maverick just falls asleep completely upside down. Like,
I don't think our cats ever do that.
oh yeah, he sleeps on our. We have two couches. One is a love seat more than a couch.
Yeah.
But that's Maverick's spot.
Mm-hmm.
He sleeps in the a Goldman.
Hey.
In the middle of it, completely upside down. Arms like in the air, like big chunky rabbit feet in the air. That's great. It's the most adorable thing. But this tongue is completely on par with
it's
upside down adorable.
It's kind of out of control right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys do not know what you're not seeing right now. It's 100% cat tongue.
If my phone camera was not so terrible, I'd take a picture, but it's pretty...
We should make a vine of him.
Just sleeping. Also, Taco snores, so hopefully he doesn't start doing that while we're recording.
Oh. I think that would be fine. I would welcome that sound into our
canon.
Yeah, into our sea of sounds that we're making.
Yep.
Wah, wah, wah. Like
also, I did notice on the recording something
Yeah.
that I have no control over, which
Oh.
is the sound of our upstairs neighbors walking around and our creaky-ass ceilings because these apartments were built 40 years ago. So sorry when that happens. Just, it's the ghosts. It's the ghosts of upstairs neighbors' past.
Yeah, we don't actually live in an apartment complex. We live in an abandoned castle
Yes.
with electricity. It's part of the grid. It's a very strange situation.
Yeah.
It's a generator, and really Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi.
V-Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi V2.
V-Wi-Fi.
V-Wi-Fi.
Oh my.
We're also making brisk progress towards our next level.
Yeah, we are.
We
We're
only need
doing
another, like,
Look at that
400
5,000
points.
gold right there.
Yeah, I mean,
57.
like, as long as you grind efficiently, it doesn't take that long to meet your goals in this game,
Yeah,
I'd say.
it's more of a... Yeah, you just gotta take your time with it.
Yeah, just chill out.
No.
So have you been playing anything else lately?
I have not. I have been reading books with words
Books with words.
rather than the game.
Books with pictures.
Bix with
Books
pictures.
with pictures.
Bix with pictures. Yeah, no.
So how many
Except for
games will the Viking accent last? That's the real question.
It's a good question. until you get sick of it, right? I guess. Over the heels.
And Dales.
Into Dales.
Cracking yourself up.
That's all I need. That's all I need. I did. Otherwise, I've just been playing some of the Twine games. Twine games. I started playing Howling Dogs, which is on the Porpentine game, which is also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one about?
So far,
you've been playing it. So
I have. Yeah, it's probably not that long, but I just haven't. I didn't finish it in one sitting. I was interrupted, but you're like trapped in this. I don't know if "trapped's" the right word. You're in this room that has like it has a serenity chamber, which is just like a room full of screens that changes its what like biome you're in randomly. It has a shower. It has a food and water dispenser. And it may have one other room attached. But then every day, what you do is you just go into another room. You put on this headset and visor that like takes you somewhere else. There's various landscapes and situations that you're placed in. And the other thing, the notable thing in your room is the picture of someone you love. And at a certain point, you can no longer control the trash that accumulates in your room. Like from your food and water, your like disposal system stops working or is full, so you just start accumulating trash.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how it ends exactly, but I'm just loving it.
The Steam Holiday Sale just ended, and I contained myself despite my strong desire to pick up a couple of things, but. The only thing I bought was Saints Row 4 because it was $5 American.
That's not many dollars.
No.
And I know you are an enthusiast of Saints Row.
I've played some Saints Row. I've only played 3 to completion.
Okay.
But yeah, I've played a good chunk of Saints Row. I've been looking forward to playing 4. I haven't had the opportunity yet. But now I have it. But I really wanted to get Alien Isolation because it was like 50% off. But I just can't justify spending that. And then there was also... Oh, it was the new Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get that too, but I was like, man, I didn't finish 2. And I own it on 2 systems.
This is weird. I don't know if you are like this, but I never played the original... Well, I did play the original Borderlands, but do you know Anthony Birch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we used to watch. Well, yeah, you've watched Hop and everything.
Anthony Birch, famous creator of Hey Ash, What You Plan, and current writer for Gearbox Software.
He also used to make videos on Destructoid.
That's where they originally published the Hey Ash.
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
It was only there.
But I remember watching his Rev Rants.
I've never watched any of those.
Oh, yeah. There's this one I really liked called "Fun Is Not Enough," about basically what the potential of games are and like all the incredible amount of different experiences that they could convey and how mainstream games convey so little of those experiences. But it was cool. I used it in a class once, actually, when we were talking about it. But I always think of him when I think of Borderlands.
Yeah. Well, Ash was Tiny Tina.
Yes.
In Borderlands 2.
And I think she's doing like all sorts of voice acting now. She's in.
People have kind of realized that she has a very distinctive voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which has not been a mystery to anyone who's watched Hey Ash.
No.
Any prolonged period.
She was on Adventure Time.
Was she?
Yes.
Really?
She was.
Huh.
She was on BN Puppy Cat.
Okay, I haven't seen any of that.
That's on.
I'm
online.
aware of it as a project.
Natasha Allegri, who is also amazing. I think she was She just does really cool art, but I know she worked on Adventure Time too, and is friends with like Pendleton Ward and stuff like that. But Being Puppy Cat is amazing, and should also be watched.
You said that's available online?
I think it's available online. Chrissy Kickstartered it, or like helped Kickstarter, whatever whatever the appropriate verb is, but
Kickstart?
Yeah, kickstarted it? I'm quitting, aborting that loop.
Abort!
We just got a puppy cat. I got her a puppy cat squishable. If Puppy Cat is both a puppy and a cat, who is also an anime prince, kind of.
Anime prince?
Well, I assume he's an anime prince. He's a prince of some kind trapped in a cat body, puppy cat body.
I think that's also what Taco is.
Yeah, and that tongue is just incredible. It's the most gorgeous thing.
It just does not quit.
It's beautiful.
I wish Tracy was here because I'd use her phone camera because it's really good. Mine is hot.
I might be able to get a picture.
You should.
But,
for posterity.
But Puppy Cat speaks with Vocaloid. Like, they program his dialogue with Vocaloid.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
So he has his own Vocaloid, or...
I don't know how they did it, but it's really cool. Like, I think they programmed their own, because...
Yeah, okay.
They love, in the latest episodes, this show called Pretty Patrick Lunchtime. And so they're trying to... Their mission is to try and watch Pretty Patrick Lunchtime. Mm-hmm. But Puppy Cat is always subtitled because the Vocaloid is always just like... But Pretty Patrick is left in English. So it's like, something Pretty Patrick. It's absolutely great.
That's great. All right.
Okay, hold on. I got
Operation Picture.
Picture of this cat tongue.
You get them all wig.
Well, I gotta get some mad. I think I got it, but I need some flash on this.
Photo projects.
Sorry, Taco, I'm gonna flash you. I think I got it.
With him looking like straight at it. That's a hilarious picture. All right, we'll have to get that in the video.
We should put that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That'll be in there.
That's super funny.
Taco, you're beautiful. Oh, that face is gorgeous. You look like a sexy Frankenstein. I love it. That face. I just want to poke that. I want to boop that tongue. You should boop it. It's still out, ladies and
also
gentlemen.
Dry as bone. It's been out for a while. You need to moisten your tongue.
I want to boop that tongue. And boop your cat's tongue.
Boop that cat tongue if he lets you.
Boop.
Whoa!
Oh, buddy. Oh, there you go.
He wasn't sure about those pets for a second. He's like, okay. Hey, put the tongue away now. He's like, I'm not opening this.
Order is restored. I'm sorry, Taco. I love you.
Taco's a sweetheart who struggles with strangers, but
I understand that.
But you know,
Maverick does too.
Corey's not a stranger. He's just that's. If Corey was a stranger, Taco wouldn't even be out here.
Yeah. He's sitting by Ryan. It's adorable.
Taco's relaxed.
Right on the arm of the couch.
Yeah.
It's the cutest
Also
thing
on my arm. All 4 of his paws are on my arm. Taco likes to reach out and touch people.
He's an honorary good friend.
Yeah, I'd say so. Last time, I'm pretty sure last time when we were recording, Taco was actually in my lap for a good portion of it.
He was, if I recall correctly. I think Charlie might have stopped by.
Yeah, Charlie swung by. He wasn't being as affectionate.
Yeah, that's okay. He's just having
Charlie's usually the more affectionate cat of the two. So.
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie is, usually. Yeah. Taco's really affectionate with me, but Charlie's affectionate with everyone.
He's just having a sleep right now.
Yeah, he's just taking a nap.